This is KVMR FM Nevada City, KCPC Camino Placerville. The program is Dreamwalk. I am Miss Jiff here with...
Halito Chimachuk Miko T Sia Chata Sia. Hi, Michael Ben here.
No, you said you were Miko T.
I did not.
Cheater. So.
Yes, I did.
This is membership drive.
Yes.
Because this is community radio.
Yes.
And there aren't many community-supported radio stations left.
Yes, yes, yes.
So we're going to ask for support, and you can become a member of KVMR.
Yes.
You get little perks.
Yes.
Like hearing Michael Ben.
Yes, yes.
And hearing Miss Jiff.
Yes, yes.
And hearing Native Music.
Yes.
And hearing Democracy Now.
Yes.
And hearing New Buffy St. Marie.
Yes.
This is getting dramatic.
Yes.
But for your support and becoming a member, we have the new Buffy St. Marie album, Power in the Blood.
Haven't heard it.
Okay, well, you will hear some of it today.
Okay, I want it.
And Annie Humphrey, Edge of America, Blackfire, Robert Mirabal, Music from a Painted Cave, Verdell Primo, Sacred Path, Mary Youngblood, Dance with the Wind, and Joanne Shenandoah. Oh, and I'm making a native rock collection, and those for $60 pledges. And today, Michael Ben, we got Mato from Indigenous.
Is that something we put in hot water and drink?
I haven't heard a blurb of that yet. We're going to sample it when they're listening to other stuff.
Why don't we just go cold turkey and just throw it out there?
Because I don't know if he cusses or if there's like a... I don't know.
Yeah,
you never know.
His eyebrows are too thick. It looks like he could be a cusser.
Loose cannons. Like Casper, I gave him the lecture, do not cuss, do not cuss.
And he cussed.
He said, I understand. Then he cussed. But you remember RC dropped a bad word too, and there was nothing we can do.
Yep. I got you.
So yeah, I don't trust people anymore.
We need plausible deniability.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, we also have tickets for World Fest.
Holy cow.
Available for $120 membership. And a whole bunch of swag and more swag.
So before we get into the music, I'd like to thank Patty, Ralph, and Laura, who are sitting on the phones waiting for your calls.
Well, who else we'd like to thank?
We would also like to thank Sweetland Garden Supply in downtown North San Juan, who is having its Customer Appreciation Day on May the 16th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., featuring DJ Redlocks, vendors, and garden product supplies. Sweetland Garden Supply offers organic soils, nutrients, grow pots, and more. 530-292-9000.
Dig it.
And by Scraps, Dog Bakery and Nutrition Center, offering raw foods, organic foods, and other highly nutritious food and treats for beloved cats and dogs. Also offering gifts and toys made in America for safety. Plus, RC brand coats and vests. Located in Grass Valley in the Fowler Center, Scraps Dog Bakery is also on Facebook. And by Big O Tires, with independently owned tire and automotive stores throughout Northern California and Northern Nevada, providing brake service, alignments, suspension repair, oil changes, and scheduled vehicle maintenance. Locations are online at bigotires.com.
Big O. Well, before I skip right past to it, today's phrase of the day is a Mohawk phrase for have a good time. Satanikan Rory Kiwa. Have a good time.
Oh.
Bye, guys. You know, so there you go. I hope you guys are paying attention to this because I'm actually dreaming little blurps of the phrases of the day.
I thought the program was over when you said bye.
No.
I was getting ready to leave. I thought, wow, I missed it.
Michael Ben, you and Skip are ready to leave when you get here. One time I started the show with the end of the song, and Skip was like, okay, I guess I'm dismissed. It's like Pavlov's bell, but with Powell Highway 49.
No, we're just going with the flow.
Oh, Lord of mercy. Well, the flow today, Father of Mine, I'm excited about this Mato, but let's play some other stuff. Because like you said, people need to breathe and ease into the show.
Yeah.
Here's some native stuff. So in your absence, I've coddled them. I've coddled them in a little bubble of harmonies and flute instrumentals, and then in about 30 minutes in, I just shake it. Uh-huh. I shake it like a snow globe.
Kind of Indian taser with a feather on it or something.
Right? Like an electric arrow.
Yeah. Here you go.
All right. Well, let's get to some music, and we're going to sample the new Indigenous and see what the heck is going on today. I want to thank our community of listeners and members and supporters. And guess what? That could be one of you. It can be.
Can be.
You can pledge over the phone. Like Michael Ben said, we have operators standing by. Oh, that's professional.
Laura and Janice now.
Laura and Janice standing by to take your calls. What else? Online, kvmr.org. You can come by with a suitcase of cash and plop it down on the front counter.
And for the traditionalists, 530-265-9555.
What is that? A traditionalist? What?
Well, those that still use the phone actually talk to real people instead of texting and...
What? We'll be back at it. Thanks for listening.
of love, or its consequence of light. It's not easy to say this, or anything, when my entrails dangle between paradise and fear. I am ashamed. I never had the words to carry a friend from her death to the stars correctly, or the words to keep my people safe from drought or gunshot. Stars who were created by words are circling over this house formed of calcium of blood. This house in danger of being torn apart by stones of fear. If these words can do anything, if these songs can do anything, I say, bless this house with stars, transfix us with love.
We're speaking with Elizabeth Pencil from Modesto, who became a new KVMR member during our spring drive. And Elizabeth, what made you decide to become a KVMR member?
I was driving through the area and I heard this quite irreverent radio program with these horrible songs on it that I just thought were the funniest things I had ever heard. And I couldn't resist calling you to tell you how wonderful I found it to be. Independent radio is really important. It is the voice of the people. It is something you need to do.
Whether it's our vast musical diversity, provocative news and public affairs programming, that one ridiculous show or host that you really like, well, you're a KVMR listener. Why not become a KVMR member and help us Stay healthy and alive, vibrant and growing. Join or rejoin KVMR right now, or simply make an additional gift. Securely online at kvmr.org or by calling 530-265-9555.
Hoja dole Scott Shidian Shihonaloni Nayajanishla Naawetnishla Ade Hoseli Shidian Nich Dinish Do Na Inishligo Adishne
Ta'alsho Hatin La Ayo o ne Bein La Dishje Nzil be Sitzil do Dishje Nsekhes Shin sekhes do Dishje Ninahat a Shin nahat a do Ina Yishlelko Si Hasen Be Anst Edo Yenil Ulye Sits Aje Queen Sendo Na Ye Edad Sits Aje Queen Sendo Nihokha Ne T'aaltsko Bitlachit the Nesh Nado Sits Sije Hojo Shikede Hojo Shiyage Hojo Shikike Hojo Shinade Hojo Shizede Hahojon
Hojana Hastli Hojana Hastli Hojana Hastli Hojana Hastli
Alan awan peyepi hinoi Mondihi pinanu dawi Dani hi pinanu dawim dani Kodoyam pipea mugu Kanaina Listopi mekoi niknusin Walan awan pepi Hinoi imamdi hipinan Udawim dani hipinan Udawim dani kodoyam pipe amukum Kanaina Awan peye pinoski tsamdi Inwono homawe Dani kodoyam pipe amukum Hanjui muse
Well, then. This is Dreamwalk. I am Mischief, here with Michael Ben. And guess what, Michael Ben, father of mine?
What?
We had somebody call and say they are listening from Belgium.
Really?
That is like over 8 hours away, which means we crossed the prime meridian.
Wow.
Right?
That's like very cool.
It is very cool. And you got some
Hi,
very
Belgium.
coolness, too. What's up? Halito, Belgium!
What up, my European brothers? Okay, we would like to thank Kevin Delaney, who's going to get Mischief's Native Rock Collection. We have a couple of anonymouses that got the World Fest tickets and also a 2-day pass for the Celtic Festival. So, let's see. They appreciate the diversity that KVMR brings our way. And this is our time to raise funds. So, feel free to give us a call, 530-265-9555, or look us up on the web at kvmr.org and support community radio.
Okay, so check this out. We've not only crossed the prime meridian, but we got a membership pledge from inside this building, inside the studio. Jessica from upstairs pledged and to our show upstairs in-house, and she says she wants no gift, but I'm going to give her like the biggest, most secretest gift of all. Caffeine, chocolate, maybe a little nicotine, everything bad. Some gravy. I'm just going to give her the biggest gift of all. Fry bread.
Aw, thanks. For the 10 o'clock hour, West Texas poet and Utah's first poet laureate, David Lee, will present some of his poetry on Saturday, May the 16th at the Oats Park Arts Center at 151 East Park Street in Fallon. There will be a reception for him between 5 and 6 p.m. The reading begins at 6. Visit churchhillarts.org. And Coco Montoya kicks off the first of 6 blues shows at Valstars Blues on the patio at the Lionsgate Hotel in Sacramento. The show is on Friday, May the 22nd at 7 p.m. Visit bluesonthepatio.com.
The lady from Belgium called back again because they dropped off on the telephone. 7:30 p.m. there. She is going to pledge online, and she's out there talking to one of our phone people, too. So you guys are international. You're flipped over time zones, and this is so cool.
Okay, this is the native program, so we just can't barge in without introduction. So you have protocols to follow there, buddy. So can somebody introduce this young man that's walked into our broadcast booth with this familiar KVMR voice?
Oh, go ahead. I'm leaving it up to him. He comes in, just starts saying words. He can say his name with some of those words.
Haphazard's here.
Welcome,
I'm out there.
Hi, glad you could make it.
Doing
Welcome
a captain thing. That I didn't know I was made until you said that.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cap and Hap. Cap and Hap.
Captain
That's right.
Happening.
Well, I'm going to go out into the phone room and congratulations.
Thank you,
Thanks for your
Hap,
help.
for the amazing news.
So we have people on the phones. 530-265-9555 or 1-800-355-KVM.
Do we still have the 800 number, Hap?
We don't.
Yeah, no 800 number. We just gave up on that.
I'm just practicing. Oh, good.
Because
so
our
one more brain cell can
international
hit
friends
hit the road.
go online now. Right?
See, that's where I'm at.
Or Facebook. We got a Dreamwalk Facebook. KVMR has a Facebook. There's all kinds of ways to connect and explore this community of radio. And again, to remind you of the gifts for $60 pledges, you can get my Mischief's Native Rock Collection, Joanne Shenandoah, Mary Youngblood. For $89.50, we'll throw in both Buffy St. Marie CDs, the new one, Power in the Blood, and Running. Was it Running of the Drums? Running with the Drums?
I want that one.
Her last one? Well, you got it, Michael Ben.
Okay, let's do it.
Anything you want. So my vote, get back to the music, and I actually do have a little Buffy St. Marie. I'm trying to think if there's any old business, any new business, any rags. Let's do this.
When in doubt, rock out.
Amen, Papa Chew.
Cutting my own way
through my own day, and all I dare say is it's my own. I got my own seeds, I got my own weeds, I got my own harvest that I've sown. Now I can tell you things I've done, and I can sing you songs I've sung. But there's one thing I can't give, I alone can live. The years I've known and the life I've grown, I got a way I'm going, and it's my way. I get my own stakes in my own game. I got my own name, and it's my way. I got my own wrong, I got my own right, I got my own fight, and it's my way. I got my own peace, I got my own wrath, I got my own path that only I can go. I got my own sword in my own hand, I got my own plan that only I can know. Don't be sad, don't be crying, your day will come, your day alone. Years you'll know, and a life you'll grow. You got a way to go, and it's all on your own. I got my own world, I got my own life, I got my own strife, and it's my way. I got my own kith, I got my own kin, I got my own sin, and it's my way. I got my own prayers, I got my own fears, I got my own tears, and it's my way. I got my own joy, I got my own load, I got my own road, and it's my way. The years I've known and the life I'm growing, I got a way I learn, and it's my way. Don't be crying, don't be sighing, your day will come, your day all along. Put down a story of what I've known, you're bound for glory, all on your own. Put down a story of what I say, you're bound for glory, all on your own one day.
Miss Jeff, who is that? Who was that?
This is
Who is that?
Leah Shenandoah, baby Shenandoah.
Baby Shenandoah. Is she going by that, or are you just calling her that because it's...
I'm just calling her that because it's Leah Shenandoah is Joanne Shenandoah's daughter, and I'm getting her by the end of the month.
Nice. What's this cut called?
This is called Loving, and I'm going to start it over because I don't want to talk over it.
Okay, not an Indian taco. Bad joke.
But you met Miss Leah or Joanne Shenandoah, right?
No, not yet. Only through Lawrence Laughing.
Ooh, well then we have generational stalking to do.
All right. Thanks for listening. 520-265-9555.
keeps revolving. Galaxies mingle land. Travelers take for more sparkling pathways. They like to illuminate, loving impermanence of divine essence. Perfect chaos exchanged with one, heavenly interaction. This is feeling every atom. We have always been here, and we will always be here. Vibrate on the
Break the mirror. Paint yourself. DNA, descendant, ancestor. Paint yourself into the dream. DNA, descendant, ancestor. The world of all living things. What these days have seen. Spirit hunter, break
I am with Lawana Lamb and Kristen Bradley from Chappaday Indian Health Services Diabetes Prevention and Wellness Program. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you for having us. It's such a pleasure to be here. We just really would like to share some information today about diabetes and the prevalence of it in our Native American communities. At this point, 1 in every 6 Native Americans are living with diabetes, with many more living with prediabetes, which is where you kind of start from as you take that journey. And if we continue on the path that we're on, by year 2020, 1 in 2 of our children will have diabetes. So now is the time to start taking control and looking at ways of changing around how we address this issue. So I have Kristen Bradley here with me today. She's our registered dietitian, certified diabetic educator with Chappaday Indian Health Programs in our diabetes department. And she's going to share with us some information on how we can start doing those small changes.
Thank you, Luana. This is Kristen. So, before I do that, I just want to mention, even within the United States, the latest Center for Disease Control information from 2014 brought upon us the fact that we have about 29.1 million children and adults actually living with diabetes right now. And there's an estimated 86 million Americans who possibly have prediabetes. So that is a huge number. So any prevention that we can do is very, very important. And any work that we can do here, sharing this information, please take it to heart if you're one of those potential 86 million people, and you can prevent a lot of distress and potential heartache in the future. So diabetes is preventable by both making healthy food choices and remaining physically active for about 150 minutes a week. That's like 5 days of maybe 30 minutes of walking, or about 20 minutes a day. Diabetes can be prevented.
So if you just make a few small changes in your life and in the life of your children, say when you come home from work, instead of turning the TV on and popping everybody down, get on the bicycles or take the family out for a walk. 20, 30 minutes a day can change your life.
So there is hope, and this isn't just a Native American issue. This is a human issue. So where can we go to find some information?
You can call us at Chappaday Indian Health Program if you live here in Northern California. Our number is 530-889-3765. Or you can get in touch with the American Diabetes Association if you're somewhere else in the country.
Well, thank you, ladies. I'm glad that there is hope, and we look forward to next week's conversation.
Thank you very much for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Why you always gotta start something with me? I didn't do anything wrong. Being tagged, running back like nothing happened at all. I see you leaving with your bags by the door. Not gonna try to stop you, yeah. No more excuses, no more losing. I'm not ready to let go. How can I change what's already happened? I just can't seem to get things right. I need a miracle, so pitiful. Am I asking for too much? No matter what you put me through, I will always be here for you. I see you believe all the lies they tell you. Listen to me, I speak the truth. I wouldn't hurt you, wouldn't dare to. I care too much about you. If I can show proof what you believe me, 'cause I feel guilty as hell. Why you doing this? Are you calling quits? Don't let me hear you say yes. After all we've been through, you're gonna give up. Just let me change your mind, yeah. Never let it go. Should you ever go, always remember I love you. No
is the CD cover?
This is KVMR FM, Nevada City. The program is Dreamwalk. I am Mischief. Here with Michael Ben. We just heard some new music from Rhea, kind of hip-hoppy little girl. And then our baby Shenandoah. And the new remix, Buffy St. Marie. When I played it last week, some of the old people were like, that's Buffy? I'm sorry, some of the elder people. Huh?
I was thinking she's got like an old lady voice, and she's moved into being an old lady with the old lady voice. So that's pretty cool.
I say do whatever you want. I'm looking forward to being like 70-something so I can just do what I want and wear a muumuu and...
You can do that now.
Spank the neighbor kids.
Good.
Yeah, somebody's gotta.
Okay, so coming up in the 11 o'clock hour, we have Mato Nanji. It's going to be an interview. He is with Indigenous.
Yes.
Indigenous in some circles. He'll be up next. So for the 10 o'clock hour, we would like to thank Booktown Books, a cooperative bookstore offering books on all subjects such as art, physical science, romance, music, a room for LPs, CDs, DVDs, a fantasy room, and a rare book room. Open every day at 107 Bank Street, Grass Valley, 530-272-4655. And by Atria of Grass Valley, engaging residents by fostering social life, community independence, learning, doing, and playing by assisted living and memory care in a family-oriented, secure community. Atria of Grass Valley on Sutton Way, online at atriaseniorliving.com, 530-272-1055. And by the Heart Center at Rideout. The Heart Center at Rideout includes state-of-the-art cardiac services that provide care to patients who have procedures such as coronary angioplasty, atherectomy, stents, and open heart surgery, including bypass and valve surgeries. More is online at heartcenter@rideout.org. And we are in the middle of a fund drive.
Membership. Join us.
Yes, and the phone number is 536... What's the number, Jennifer? I can't remember.
530-265-9555.
Thank you. It's a lot of pressure to be here during this time.
What? Daytime?
That's it. Okay, so we have Stacy Cooper, who wants a copy of Mischief's Native Rock Collection.
Woo!
Holy cow. You're just going to go down to the creek and pick a bunch of rocks and put them in a bag?
Yeah, they have no idea what's coming.
Put some sage and tobacco in them?
Uh-huh.
Oh, there you go.
Color, Google eyes.
Mm-hmm. So you want to make them make sound, you throw them at someone. Ow! Ow!
No, Mom said use oranges because they don't leave bruises.
Ah, got it. Okay.
And then Sylvie, we want to thank Sylvie in Belgium. That's the woman who is listening over yonder. Well, real quick, we got to get to a KVMR promo, and then we'll bug you again and get... is it Mato or Mato? I want to say...
We'll find out in a minute.
I butcher everybody's name. I'm so glad that your name is phonetic. Well, I guess Michael Ben.
So we have Captain Hazard and our lovely phone people here, and they're waiting for your call. It's 530-265-9555.
And remember the gifts. We got a bunch of Native American artist CDs, the new Buffy. If you do $89.50, we'll do Power in the Blood and Running with the Drums. We got Mary Youngblood, Robert Mirabal, Blackfire, Pick It.
These should be in your Native collection, I would think.
For anybody's Native collection.
You can just whip it out and be Native.
And you can use this as an opportunity to start a Native collection.
There you go.
All right, well, let's get back to some business.
Here's new KVMR member Chuck Rogers of Auburn.
Well, the most important thing is the local flavor of the station. I get local news. I find out what's going on. Even though I'm in Auburn, I really love the Grass Valley, Nevada City area. And some of the specials, for example, today I'm listening to the special with Willie Nelson this afternoon, which is wonderful. So those are the types of things that drew me to it. And actually, the one thing that got me there, too, was I'm trying to remember the gentleman's name, one of the announcers there, Eric, the one that does the bluegrass. I like that, too. Well, besides the fact of liking all the stuff, I mean, it's public radio, and you're getting the straight scoop on most of the stuff. It's not biased. It's not, flavored by any other financial institution anywhere. So I think that's important. I think you get a real good, honest opinions, and I like that.
You can become the newest KVMR member. Renew your membership or make an additional gift securely online at kvmr.org or by calling 530-265-9555 KVMR, where we bring the world to you and you mean the world to us.
This is KVMR FM Nevada City, KCPC Camino Placerville. The program is Dreamwalk. I am Miss Jiff, and here with the Michael Ben.
We want to say hi to Sylvia in Belgium.
It's just crazy.
When he said we crossed the international date line, I was about to say, I don't go that way.
Stay on your side of the line.
No, I was going to go more to Asia. That's where I would head.
Do you think the grass is greener on the other side?
I have no idea. Haven't been there yet.
Maybe Sylvia can let us know.
Okay, for the 11 o'clock hour, we would like to thank the Briar Patch Co-op Market, sponsoring co-op cooking classes at 648 Zion Street, Friday, May the 15th at 6 p.m. It's quench time in summer. Learn to make fantastically fizzy probiotic sodas and taste jellos made with native plants, seasonal fruits, and medicinal herbs. Details and registration at briarpatch.coop. And by Pete's Pizza, who has a new tap house at 114 West Main Street in Grass Valley with 16 new beer taps and handmade, stone-baked gourmet pizzas by the slice and pizzas to order with gluten-free crust options, plus salads, subs, appetizers, and more. Also in Nevada City on Commercial Street, Pete's-Pizza.com. And the Earth Store, a gift store for discerning naturalists featuring casual outdoor clothing, gorgeous minerals and fossils, maps of the Sierra, binoculars, compasses, knives, educational toys for all ages, birdhouses and feeders, books, weather instruments, wind chimes, fountains, and more. Open every day at 310 Broad Street in downtown Nevada City.
Binoculars, birdhouses, and compasses. Oh, my.
Oh, my.
I like the underwriters because they always make me think about what's happening for lunch. Whenever it's the Big O.
I'm not afraid of spooks. I'm not afraid
Whenever
of spooks.
Whenever the Big O commercial comes on, it's like a checklist. They remind me of things I need to do. But coming up in mere moments, Mato Nanji, born and raised on the Yankton Sioux Reservation in South Dakota, Indigenous frontman Mato Nanji dedicates his latest release, Time Is Coming, to the Indigenous youth and all the young people on the Indigenous reservations. Mato Nanji's father, the late Greg Zephyr Sr., a well-known and highly respected spiritual advisor and spokesperson for the International Indian Treaty Council. In addition to his leadership role, he was an accomplished musician and a member of the musical group The Vanishing Americans. Formed by Greg and his brothers in the 60s, The Vanishing Americans toured nationally and shared bills with such legends as Bonnie Raitt. So, our little Mato was exposed to blues, such as Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray, B.B. King. So consequently, Mato embraced and began utilizing his own musical talent at a young age. So, another, when they're super gifted, I don't want to say a savant, because that's when you're like partially remedial and then shine somewhere else. So just another prodigy, what do you say? What do you call him?
Musician.
That's just like a soggy adjective.
You tell musicians that, they'll love you.
Right? Mm-hmm. So let's do it. Let's sample this brand new Indigenous.
Off the package.
They're quite effective at those noises. And see if we can get them on the line. So, I want to thank y'all for listening. And membership, you can become a member where?
530-265-9555.
And kvmr.org.
Oh.
Alrighty. How did you dig that? Did you like that new Indigenous?
Rocked out.
I sure did. Well, guess what, crazy cats and kittens?
Meow.
We have a very special guest on the line. Good morning. Can you relate to that, Michael
Hello.
Ben? The
Wait.
So Far Gone?
I like that one.
Yeah, well, I like this one. Welcome. Welcome.
Hello.
This
Can you hear me?
The program is Dreamwalk, Native American music and talk. And today we just want to harass you. So thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Good to be on.
Well, we know that y'all are on the road, right?
Yeah.
Tour, show after show. You're going to be in Santa Cruz when?
We'll be in Santa Cruz tomorrow night, and then I can't remember another part of California.
Petaluma.
Petaluma. Yeah.
On Sunday.
So, yeah, Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking if I play nice, maybe maybe this guy Mato that I talked to will let me go to the show.
Yeah, sure. Come on down. Yeah.
Well, we're going to ask you in true Dreamwalk fashion, what do you do when you aren't being a rock star?
I don't know about the rock star bit, but I'm just at home with my family and pretty much stay there the whole time.
You don't want to
when I'm not on the road working.
You live in South Dakota still?
Yes, South Dakota. I'm, born and raised on the Yankton Indian Reservation, and that's still where I live today.
You guys got snowed in last week, I hear.
I believe that was west of us. Yeah, they hit a lot of snow. So yeah.
Talking to
but,
Chief
we
Swallows.
were okay. We got a lot of water. Or got a lot of rain.
Okay, good.
On our side, yeah. On our side, we got a lot of rain. So.
We can borrow some. We could use it.
Yeah.
So what we read kind of to our listeners a little bit of your bio that was on your website. What is it? Indigenous Rocks?
Yes, indigenousrocks.com, I think it is.
Yes, and then you guys have a Facebook too, but we just kind of gave a once over on your little bio, but I'm just curious, what inspired you to pick up the guitar? Like, why not be a drummer or a bass player?
Well, I was originally interested in playing drums, but we never had any. My dad was a guitar player, so he had guitars and amps and everything in our basement when I was growing up. So just ended up kind of going from there, I guess.
Do you still
have interested in it?
Do you still have drummer rock star fantasies?
Not really.
It's not too late.
I don't think I could do it now.
So do you do a lot of writing for Indigenous, or you just?
Yeah, I do all the writing, ever since the beginning. I mean, that was, kind of the whole. I mean, I've always been the main writer and the main, songwriter and song arranger and all that kind of stuff, I guess.
Do you primarily write on the road, or do you go sit down by the buffalo trails and channel the big shaggies?
It doesn't really. I don't really sit down and write. I just kind of let it happen. Wherever I am, I'll get an idea. So I guess a lot of times when I'm on the road or when we're doing a sound check or something, I'll get an idea. Or, if I'm just sitting at home or whatever, I'll get an idea and go down and grab the acoustic and, lay down something,
Don't you love it
when
something hits in the shower? Inspiration hits when you are not near a pencil or a pen or a recorder to record it. So you're just one of those where chord progressions fall out of you. Great.
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just kind of let it happen. Like I said, I never really try to think about it too much because I always feel like it'll get lost, It does get lost if I think about it too much,
That's how Michael Ben lives, not thinking too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not enough to hurt me.
Well, I always say I have to follow my heart because my head's too stupid.
Yeah. No.
So do you have a favorite?
No, it's just
okay, so your new CD, you're dedicating it to your children and family. Can you kind of give us a little background on why you have that sentiment?
That's part of it, yeah. That's part of it. Well, without them, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing, I guess. I wouldn't be making music and traveling and, to take care of them and, everything. So, and the other thing is I always feel like they've always given me the most inspiration and influence to do what I do, so even though they don't really pay much attention to me or my music,
Well, speaking of influence, what
we're a father-daughter program on the radio, and I know what you mean.
Yeah.
That was like some weird secret daddy chuckle that I just went over my head.
Yeah.
We're easy and adorable. Kids are no problem. You guys are the problem.
Yeah, I think so.
So who's your hero? Who do you look up to? Who do you want to be like when you grow up?
Well, I think in the beginning it was always my mom and my dad were always a huge influence, that kind of got me going and supported me in the beginning, So they were a really big, huge influence on me. And then after that, all the records my dad had from the blues rock, all kinds of musicians, back in the day. So all the old 60s and 70s rock and blues stuff was really a big influence, So
that's when blues and rock were awesome. It got like rock is not I feel like the guitar solo is dead. I can't even listen to the mainstream radio station because it's just, what is the word? It's poppycock.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really hear much guitar anymore, I guess, on a lot of the new stuff. But
it's strange.
I mean, that's fine.
Your skill, your trade is a dying art. Really knowing your instrument. Everything's done so computerized. And let me ask you this: do you know what dubstep is?
Dubstep? No, I don't think so.
That annoying techno music. I'm trying to figure out if it even counts as music.
Yeah, it's all electronic, so I'm not sure. Maybe.
I don't know. It makes me crazy. We talked to Derek Miller last night, and he loves dubstep. He's going all electronic, and it's like, kid, you have talent that's unparalleled, and here you are bashing around on a computer. It's like I had to yell at him just a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess some people get into that and get into different things, but I've always been about just, having real musicians and real... going into the studio and recording it live as much as possible, So I've always tried to do that from the start,
Oh, it's a good thing. Like, again, it's dying art. And I used to go through my dad's records. So I love my rock, my blues, my Hendrix, Zeppelin. I could Zeppelin all day, every day. And now, we've been steadily rocking Indigenous for years because... it rocks, hands down. I don't care if it's you're Native American or Tibetan, Indigenous rocks.
Yeah.
Have you guys toured all over the world, or you're mostly confined to California and South Dakota?
We've toured just mainly around the States. We've been over to Europe a couple times. Probably go back this year sometime. Been to Canada a lot. Anywhere somebody wants us to play, I guess, then we'll go play.
Well, Mato, we always ask some of these same questions to our guests just to make sure that we bug everybody equally. But what really ticks you off? What gets under your skin? What riles you up? Are you just too mellow?
I don't know. Yeah, pretty... Nothing really gets under my skin, I guess. I don't know. I mean,
what are you, an armadillo?
I'm too busy. I'm too busy doing what I want to do, I guess, and enjoying myself. I don't have time to be letting things get under my skin, I guess. I don't know.
All right. Well, then what brings you bliss? What just makes that spirit of yours sing?
I don't know. It's probably a combination of a lot of things, I guess, and I guess mainly my family is probably the the biggest thing that keeps me going every day. You know, my wife and my kids. You know, so very, very inspirational to me, and I believe that's what really keeps me together and keeps me going. You know.
Well, your wife must have it together if you're just cruising that contently and happily through life.
Oh yeah, she does.
She needs to write a book then and teach the rest of us how to handle our men and keep them mellow.
So were you raised traditional, or you finding new paths here in that regard?
I guess my definition of traditional is different than a lot of people's, you know, because there's a lot of times people kind of tend to follow that Hollywood stereotype thing, you know, and which I don't really believe is, you know,
authentic
is the way. So yeah, authentic, or, you know, I'm just more or less, you know, I feel good about, you know, who I am and where I grew up, and really because of my parents, you know, made me feel that way, and proud of who I am and where I come from, and it definitely comes out in everything I do, you know, musically and, you know, writing and, you know, whatever it is. So I'm pretty happy with that, you know. Yep.
So I'm going to ask you, and this may be too heavy because you seem to be mellow and calm and collected, but if the whole world shut their mouths right now and everybody gave you their undivided attention, what would you say?
I don't like the whole, I don't know, just listen to music.
So if everybody just stopped and looked at you, you'd pick up a guitar?
Probably, I guess.
That's a lot of pressure. I can't even answer that one myself.
I know. I don't know how to answer it, really.
Oh, Lord, I know how to answer it. The whole world was quiet and looked at me. I would say, feed me. No, I'm kidding. So are you enjoying the traveling around you're doing? It seems like you guys are on the road a lot this past month. Is it exhausting? Is it fun? Do you grab family members and drag them along?
It's fun. I mean, I grew up, I mean, that's ever since I was like 18 or 19, I've been kind of on the road. So I've been touring and stuff. So yeah, it's been, you know, it's kind of been my thing ever since. So I've been doing it for a long time. So I still enjoy it as much as I used to. Just a little older now, you know.
And how fortunate, too, to be able to be a career musician. Do you have a second job, or do you really just, are you able to sustain yourself and your family with music?
This is it. I mean, I've been doing it, like I said, since I was like 18, you know, 19. So
that is
so
amazing.
Pretty much, it's the main thing. Yeah, it's all I do.
That really is a blessing. So what are you trying to convey to us? Let's say, you know, us, what is it, dim-witted, dense listeners. What is it you're trying to say and convey in your music?
Just feel good, I guess. You know, that's the way a lot of the music that I grew up listening to made me feel good. You know, so that's all it's about. You know, yeah, that's all it's about, really. You know, so.
What's your favorite part about performing live?
Just that that's what it is, you know, it's live, you know, you kind of just go out there and go for it, you know, and it's completely different from being in the studio. When you're in the studio, you always have an opportunity to kind of go back and change things and do different things. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Do you feed off the crowd, the energy, or do you just kind of focus on your sweaty fingers not slipping off the strings?
I kind of focus on what I'm doing because I don't want to forget what I'm doing. So, yeah. Like I said, once I start thinking about things, I kind of get lost. So it's good to kind of focus on what I'm doing, and hopefully I'm doing a good job.
I think you are, but that's like, I don't want to sound like some weird little groupie fan, but holy cow, this show has been on like, 18-ish years, and there was a small little Native American library here, and when I stumbled upon Indigenous, it was like mind-blowing. Not only is it an incredible Native American band, but it rocks across the board.
Yeah, cool. I appreciate it.
So yeah, I try to traumatize the listeners and, you know, punch them in the belly.
Yep.
So your new CD, new Indigenous CD is Time Is Coming. Do you have like a favorite? Is this your favorite one you just put out?
I guess for now it's the one. because it just came out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess as you go along and you start recording new stuff, you kind of get excited about new stuff and all that, you know. So I get excited about each record, you know. So or each CD, I guess, you know.
Do you get requests for certain songs that are more than others?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah, get requests, you know, from the crowd and stuff. So
Which ones
we
do
try
people
to
request the most?
We try to play them. I think Things We Do is one of the ones that's requested a lot, which is off our first record, Things We Do. So that's been around for years, you know. And Should I Stay, I think, off the Broken Lands record. Come On Home off of Chasing the Sun. So there's a few of them that people kind of request as we're playing live, you know. So
yeah, we're getting on the edge of a greatest hits collection pretty soon, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
So also in the collection, I stumbled upon the single "Come On, Susie."
Yeah, Come On, Susie is one of the ones too. Yeah.
What is up with that? Because I love it.
Yeah, it's actually a cover song that we did back, you know, in like 2004, 2003. So yeah, it's off one of the Indigenous records, the earlier ones.
The orange covered one.
Oh, that's how Michael Bay. Oh, the orange covered one. Mm-hmm. The one by the thing with the deal.
Yeah, with the kind of like the eye shaped thing. You know?
Yeah.
That's good. All right. Well, Mato, if you don't mind holding on for 1 minute, we got to take care of a few minutes of business, but we'd like to spend a few more minutes chatting with you if you do not mind.
No, I don't mind. Cool.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We'll be right at you.
This is KVMR FM, Nevada City, KCPC, Camino, Placerville. We're in the middle of a fund drive. And if you're not a member of KVMR, this is a great opportunity to jump in and be a part of all of us pulling together to be together on the airwaves.
Well, where else does this happen? Where else is there a platform for Native American voice?
In Belgium now.
This is a blessing. I really appreciate what KVMR does for the Indigenous people here in our community.
And it's 530-265-9555 or kvmr.org. Mark Nocerino, a professional career center advisor, will hold a job search workshop on Friday, May the 15th from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. in the Collaborative Technology Center classroom at the Madeline Helling Library in Nevada City. Visit MadelineHellingAdvanced.info. And the Elder Care Providers Coalition of Nevada County presents The Caregiver's Journey Continues with two speakers who are experts in the field of Alzheimer's. The meeting itself takes place on Saturday, May the 30th at the Holiday Inn Express in Grass Valley. But the deadline to register is May the 23rd. Phone number is 273-2273.
And we want to thank Anjay for his pledge. Right on, buddy. He's one of our little Facebook friends, Dreamwalk, KVMR. It's good times. I really appreciate our supporters. So we're going to get back to a computer promo and then chat it up with Mato and then just end the day rocking out with some Indigenous and sneaking in some Stevie Salas. Hey, Mato, if you got the hookup, let him know I'm single, 35, not too many pets, okay?
Where the music comes from, you can dance to the rhythm they be playing on the big bass drum.
Get in the zone, the Action Zone, as Jimmy Accardi and the Action Zone debut this new band Thursday, May 14th at the historic Nevada Theater, downtown Nevada City.
That's right, folks. This is Jimmy Accardi, and this new band I've got is a Sizzler. It's rock done the cool way. There'll be a light show, go-go dancing, and more. Not only that, the show is a benefit for KVMR Radio and the Bridge Street Project, our new home, and the new Nevada Theater backstage.
That's Jimmy Accardi and the Action Zone, plus the fun psychedelics of Sergeant Funky, playing all the songs you forgot you loved. 7:30 p.m., Thursday, May 14th, Nevada Theater. Advance tickets for this KVMR benefit are available at the Bookseller and Briar Patch Co-op in Grass Valley and Yabobo in Nevada City or online at brownpapertickets.com.
That's right, and you best be there or face the wrath of the Action Zone.
So I guess I'm going to be bartending.
Okay, so you know what?
At the Action Zone tonight.
Yeah, so Jimmy's telling me that I said, well, come and talk about the concert on our program. Do you have any like Indian stuff? He goes, well, I do have some Indian ancestry. I said, good. He goes, I do have an Indian nose. That was his claim to get on. So we were going to talk about his nose on the air, but I guess he's a little too busy for us right now.
Yeah, I'll be bartending there tonight. I don't know how that happened. I got an email from Edie saying, you and Kayla show up, so come on down. I love my 60s, 70s rock, so I know I'm going to have a good old time.
Jimmy kicks ass, so check him out.
Michael Ben, we've talked.
One of the best times I've had dancing was him playing, just him and his computer and his guitar, just Wildcat.
I can't see your brown round shaking it.
Good. It doesn't shake anymore. It's just kind of melted.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Mato, back to coherency.
Hello.
We're doing this little blog thing here on KVMR, trying to just get more access to what we've played and who that people have listened to. So we kind of ask the same questions every week so we can quote you on our little blog here. But I want to ask you, and this may be too deep and heavy, what does Native health and wellness mean to you?
Native health and wellness? I'm not too sure how to answer that. I mean, the only thing I can do is, just concentrate on my family, my kids, and try to help them, with their lives and what they're doing, because for me, I mean, everybody else kind of makes the choices, I think, after a certain point, and, when you make those choices, that's just the way it is, you got to deal with it. But I believe a lot of people have the opportunity to kind of change their lives and do different things, if they want to do it, it's just a matter of doing it, So that's, I can only, and I can't really, kind of, the only way I could do that is just trying to help my own family,
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I believe,
Yeah, we're finding more and more how poisonous sugar is and how much damage it's doing on our population, and so how are you?
Yeah.
Are you having issues with that in your family as well, back in South Dakota? Diabetes
not
and
too
things?
much.
Mm-hmm.
There's some relatives that are kind of, on my dad's and my mom's side that kind of battle with it a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of people actually that kind of, that battle with it on the reservation, but there again, I really believe that it's in, the diet and what you do, and the exercise, and, just get out there and do what you got to do, and a lot of times it's in that diet, and as well as, the drinking and whatever else they add to it, and so, so a lot of it's stress too, I believe, so.
How we handle things.
They add a lot of that. Yeah, and I think a lot of that is kind of contributes to, your health, so.
Alcohol, because you mentioned, the drinking. How is that like life on the road? Do you have a different side or an uglier side of what alcohol can do because you're immersed in this rock and roll lifestyle?
Well, me, I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't really call it rock and roll lifestyle, which is, kind of what everybody does, I guess. But I've never done that. Because I don't drink and I don't really do drugs or anything. So it's really just about the music, So and it always has been. So I don't really get that side of it, I guess, because I've never really wanted to do that either. So to be honest, so I'm just here to make music and go home and go to sleep,
It works for me.
Yeah.
He says that so mellowly, and the energy and talent and vibes that come out of his playing, it's like a super contrast. He's like, I just like to hug my kids and watch TV, and then you hear, Come on, I was expecting
that's where it comes from. Yeah, that's where it comes from, all that feeling and that soul that you get from your kids and your family, I don't know, somehow it kind of, I think it gets into what I do, so, and that's what it becomes, when I play guitar or when I sing or something, it comes out of me, that feeling, that vibe,
Excellent.
That vibe. Well, again, Indigenous will be in our neck of the woods on, say it again because I keep missing it. Friday, you're going to be in Santa Cruz.
Yes.
And Sunday.
Petaluma on Sunday, yeah.
Yes. And your information is at indigenousrocks.com. And then I've been stalking you on your Facebook, and that's just Indigenous or Indigenous the Band or something on Facebook.
Yeah.
Do you handle that, or does James? Or does your manager?
Yeah, I have some. Yeah, I'm a manager, and there's another person that handles it too, so. Yeah, I don't
because you're
really
too cool for that
get on
too.
a computer. I don't really get on computer at all, so I'm not really into it as much, you know.
You know, it's not scary. It's kind of fun out there, okay?
Yeah.
Get to see all the pictures of you and how cool you look in your little nice clothes and your guitar. Come on.
I'm not interested.
I am. Why? You clean up
I'm
pretty
not
there.
interested.
Well, I want to thank
I'm
you.
looking at myself, sorry.
Right, you know what you look like. Well, we want to thank you for spending this time with us. And again, let everybody know you have a new album out.
Yeah, it's available on iTunes and everywhere, pretty much. Yeah,
Time is coming.
Yeah, time is coming. Yeah.
All right. Well, I look forward to sneaking in the back door in Petaluma.
Yeah, come on down.
If
It'll
I
be
didn't
fun.
have an Indian car, I would be in Santa Cruz tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I guess I can drive in reverse for a couple hours.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Mr. Mato, thank you. And please keep us posted whenever you guys come into our neck of the woods or got some new music, because you have some huge fans up here.
If you can get down here in October,
Thank you.
we'd like to have you around here playing for us too. Be good to hear from you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah,
Okay,
thank you,
Wopila
guys.
Mato.
Thanks for having me on. All right.
All right,
Thank you.
Koge.
Yeah.
Wasn't that fun? What a nice guy.
Mm-hmm. Square shooter. Straight shooter.
Yeah, again, it's amazing the contrast. Like him and Derek Miller are these guitar shredding, energy live phenomenons. And they are both like super mellow yellow.
Look how healthy he looks.
Do you see what I'm saying? Healthy, handsome. It's like you assume these guitar players are like...
Trash, like Rod Stewart or...
Yeah, or like the
Ron
Sex
Wood.
Pistols.
Mhm.
You know, he does a guitar solo and throws a beer at somebody. But no, it's like this amazing, intense music, and then he just hangs out and eats his salad and kisses his kids goodnight.
Hmm.
It's like whenever
How boring.
Right? I
No.
feel like in my head, like Casper, we finally talked to Casper Lomadawa, and I thought he was going to be all blunt, laid back boy. You know, I be on the res smoking on my spliff, right? Kid's an engineering student.
That's just his public face, I guess.
You know what I'm saying? So these assumptions that I make, I know you're not supposed to assume, but these assumptions I make about people are so much more exciting in my head.
I'm glad you live there, not me.
This is reality, you guys. But, you know, I feel like I'm gaining role models through this process, Dad.
Good, because your father was a horrible example for all that.
No, because my father's a writer. That's like worse than a painter or a musician.
Oh, okay.
It's like bottom of the artistic totem pole.
There you go.
I'm kidding.
I know.
You got a way with words and the
we
back
have
of your hand.
How about a way with music?
Oh my God! You know, don't you interrupt me? I am on a rant.
Well, you can put a hole in that talking box you got and put some music on, so our listeners can get what they pay for. It's 530-265-9555. This is a great time to sign up. Be a part of the KVMR family. Here it is.
Pledge $60 so we can afford that hole for my chatterbox.
There you go.
I don't think they turn out
That's Indigenous. Time is Coming, their new CD. Oh, boy.
I'm excited.
That was fun.
I think I'm going to hitchhike to Petaluma.
Is it part of the rock collection?
Yes, I'm going to have Indigenous on there, Derek Miller, Jimmy Wolf. Who else? Keep it coming. Some C. Hassan, some Blackfire.
Just newer people rocking out still.
Yeah, anybody. Anybody that sounds like it'd scare the old people, I'm going to play it.
It's better than the bag of stones I would be offering.
I'm sorry, that's a good idea.
Yeah?
It just, surprise him. I'm just going to paint my name on a rock and be like,
I'm
you
sure
wanted
it'd be
it.
surprising if you get a bag of rocks in the mail.
You wanted it. Can't imagine
What?
the cost of shipping.
Mm-hmm.
But this is Membership Drive.
It is.
So what we're trying to do is round up community support so this community radio station can keep going and we can have this one-of-a-kind Indigenous voice get out there and get a little louder.
Well, I'm happy to... There we go.
Michael Keane
I
is
can
in
hear
our
myself
booth.
talk.
Michael Keane is in the
Aloha.
broadcast booth.
I'm so
Aloha.
happy to be here with you on Thursday morning. This is such a great program. I'm so happy that you've kind of created this whole new ambiance about what's going on here on Thursday morning, and the information that you share about Native peoples and health issues and great rock and roll music and just all the diversity that the Native peoples represent in our country is just really special.
And you know Michael Keane from our second favorite radio program on KVMR, Connie Capilla on Sunday mornings. Right. How's that? Did we do that right?
Yes. Yeah.
I love the Hawaiians. I feel like we're clumped together in the Hawaiian show and
there's
Dreamwalk
certainly
because
a
of the
commonality,
Indigenous.
definitely.
Yeah.
Gee.
The roots to the earth. But I think that I'm not trying to shame my people, but I think that Hawaii's a little bit prettier than our Mississippi res, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, you just got sky and trees.
There's beauty in everywhere in our land. That's certainly for sure. And Hawaii is pretty special, I have to admit.
And I like how Aloha just covers everything.
Yeah.
Right? Hi, hello, I love you. Are you hungry? What are you doing? Did you feed the dog? It's just all
Yeah.
Aloha.
It's all breath, huh?
Well, I would like to encourage some of your listeners out there that if you're enjoying this program and you like what you hear every Thursday morning, then support it right now. We have people sitting waiting to take your call at the telephones, but you have to go to the telephone and make the call. 530-265-9555. Show everybody here at KVMR that this is a meaningful program and that you support it as a listener, that you enjoy it and you look forward to it every week, and you would be just brokenhearted if it wasn't here. So this is your opportunity to show us. This is your opportunity to let the station know that it's meaningful programming.
I had
for
this
you.
crazy thought. We've been doing this for years, and radio prep is about a day getting stuff together. You know what it's like. And what if people that did regular jobs, if they donated a day's pay to KVMR for their contribution to the bigger picture,
Sure.
to plug into the bigger piece? That's really what we're talking about. This is your life, your time, and we're here. We're offering what we have to the people here. So
Even an hour a month.
An hour would be good.
If people that are out there working if they donated an hour of their paycheck a month out of the, think of that would be like what, even at a minimum wage, you're talking at a significant.
No, we don't want to
chunk
take
of
We don't want
change.
to take from the minimum wage people.
That would be like
That's
$7,
cruel.
$8, $10 a month. That's really doable.
Yeah.
You can even,
and you get a CD, or you get tickets, or you get a bag, or you get a hat, or something.
and you have the satisfaction of knowing that
You're
you're
part
one
of
of
this.
the active members of KVMR's family that supports this radio station, that provides them with information they don't hear everywhere else.
You can hold it over other people's heads. I'm a contributor to KVMR
That's
community.
right.
I'm a member.
Are you?
Are you?
Yeah.
We got Steve Baker standing by staring at me like, this woman. This woman. There's a really pain in Steve's back, like maybe 3 vertebrae, up from his bottom, and that's me.
Really?
265-9555. Help me support this pain in my back if you would so care. Another thing too, Michael, to add is that this station has made a commitment to Indigenous programming. This station has made a long-time commitment to Dreamwalk on Thursday mornings and Kani Kapila on Sundays and Indigenous Peoples Days and other special events as well. It wasn't that long ago that we went out for that ceremony.
Dedication at Kulu Village.
Yeah, exactly. And KVMR has been there for Indigenous people, and we're hoping that folks who like this kind of programming, like the commitment that we're making, this is your time to for a little payback. Like Michael says, it doesn't have to be a big payback. It might just be 1 hour of your pay each month or something like that. That would be enough to
be a part.
Yeah, just to say thank you to KVMR. And do that right now. 530-265-9555. 6 people have stepped forward so far today. You cannot tell me that there aren't another 6 out there who are enjoying this and realize the value of what we're doing with Indigenous programming as well as all of our programming here. 6 more people should step up. 530-265-9555. Make a commitment of any size. Just say, thank these wonderful proprietors of Dreamwalk with your kind support this morning. 530-265-9555.
It was Russ Roy a little while ago that just brought in the picture. He wants to get hung up in our new studios here. He hasn't seen any native stuff, so he says, well, we're a full spectrum station. We cover all the bases that we can, and here's my contribution. The natives have their piece in this pie as well. So that's what we bring every Thursday morning for years on KVMR, and other broadcasters are doing the same. It's part of the American fabric that we all have now. So this is a good way to support community radio and what we do.
265-9555 in the 530 area code.
It's really it's a gift that you bring all of this creative music. You think about all of the native populations across our country, all the different tribes, and the influences of the older people in the traditional music, and then the younger generation that comes along and recreates the same theme, the same ideas, the same stories, but yet in totally different styles. And one of the things that I've always loved about you is that you really stretch the boundaries of what we think of as Native people's music. So I congratulate you for stepping up here and taking this bold direction here with programming on Thursday morning. Thank you both, Michael.
Well, aloha and Yakoke.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, look at the stretch marks up close. It says 265-9555.
And kvmr.org if you think your telephone is so heavy.
Yeah, please call, support it. I know you're out there listening right now. I know that it means something to you.
Pick up that 400-pound telephone and give us a call.
Yes. Make that call, please, right now. 530-265-9555.
And we're lucky that, speaking of stretching the musical boundaries of Native American music, I guess we're lucky that Skip isn't here today. Otherwise, he'd probably be laying some Wayne Newton on us.
Yes.
Skip. We love you, Skip. We miss you. Well, guess what, kids? And since y'all are in the